Unicorns are normals. There's hope for us. Do you know what I mean by unicorn? I mean, obviously a unicorn is something very rare, right? That's how it's often talked about, isn't it? A unicorn is a rare thing. What I'm thinking about is a business that got very successful very quickly. Okay, and they happen. In my coaching time, I've coached 3. I'll come back to them in a minute. But we see them in, the news. They're businesses like Facebook and PayPal and, in Instagram and WhatsApp and all those guys, right? Amazon, Atlassian, those businesses that go massive very quickly and create billionaires. They typically follow a similar trajectory. They start well, and then they get money from investors because growing that quickly takes a lot of money. And then they grow more and they grab the market share kind of in a great big rush. And sometimes their trajectory, they come to an end as well, right? They either plateau out and stabilize, or they come crashing down, don't they? And we all see those guys as well. And they're usually technology focused or a new thing that everybody wants, like an iPhone. And they're mostly consumer mass market things. I'm going to leave them there. That's not us. That's not the market any of us trades businesses are in, or coaching businesses are in. Or is it? There are a few. I've been a business coach for a long time, 18 years. Okay, I reckon I've coached 3 unicorns in my time. And I didn't always coach tradies, so I'll tell you who they were in a minute. They weren't all trades businesses. They're businesses that went from 0 to several million in a couple of years or so very quickly, right? And they made people some significant wealth in that time. They've all had similar characteristics, right? Not new technology, that's the big guys usually, but what I'm calling a sudden market opportunity. Now, of the 3 that have had a sudden market opportunity arise, they've all had it arise because of a change in government policy. So maybe that's something to watch out for if you'd like to be a unicorn. Right, government regulation changed around smoke alarms here in Australia a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago now, or 15, and it mandated that rental properties had to have them, and a company skyrocketed because they were able to seize that opportunity and go and sell smoke alarms and smoke alarm servicing to rental property owners through real estate agents. Government regulation has been around asbestos for a long time. But then there was the Christchurch earthquake over in New Zealand, and a client of mine went there and jumped in, so there was a combination of government regulation and a whole town needing to be reconstructed. So there was a huge opportunity there. And my client and my friend grew that business very quickly over just 18 months, skyrocketed. Now, government regulation and funding around housing for Maoris in New Zealand as well is creating a market opportunity, and I'm seeing somebody grow their business over there. We all saw pink bats here in Australia, didn't we? You remember that? It went mental, didn't it? Kevin Rudd copped a lot of flack for it, but a lot of people made a lot of money, right? There was a government-generated opportunity for people to grow quickly. The same with solar. Government subsidised solar and subsidised the feed-in tariff, or mandated a feed-in tariff, and lots of solar businesses made a lot of money very quickly. Now, all of these, something they all have in common is those things plateau out and the market gets crowded, and your opportunity, your window of opportunity, if you like, is quite short. You've got to get in there quick, make your money, and then, either get out or mix it up with everybody else. So what's the lesson? The lesson is, I think, it's in the title of the video, there's a clue. For us normals who don't have one of those super duper opportunities, it's okay. You can still build a great business. You can still build reasonable wealth. Don't look at the Facebooks and the big companies out there and think, oh, I'm missing out, I'm not doing it right. You can still build significant wealth in a significant business, in a trade business. You can be successful. I've coached 3 unicorns and I've coached hundreds of normies, right? Normal businesses like yours, businesses like mine, well, sort of like mine, the size of mine, that provide their owners and their staff with a decent living, and maybe some wealth along the way, some decent wealth. So that's my reassurance to you. You can do it, being a tradie, or being a builder, you still can be all right. You're probably not going to be Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg, but you can do rather well, right? The trick of being successful in a trade business or a building business, of course, is there's no trick. What the successful businesses I've worked with have in common is that they've done good work consistently over a reasonably long term, over some years, and they've built the systems and the structure into their businesses to help them do it. They've built their foundations properly, or they've done the basics properly. I don't want to lecture you about what the basics are or about what the foundations are. There's a thing to download. It's called the 7 Systems ebook, and it will tell you what the systems are that you have to build, right? I want this to be a message of hope and positivity. Hope and positivity. The path to success and a successful trade business is a lot more sure than you might think if you do those basics properly. If you want to download the little ebook, it's called 7 Systems. Just comment 7 Systems or reply 7 Systems and we'll send it to you. And before I go, a moderately successful business, trades business or building business, builds more wealth over 20 years than a unicorn does, a tradie type unicorn does, over 2 or 3 years. So understand that, right? Building a business sustainably over the long term is a good thing to do. Make a profit every year, accumulate some wealth, and don't forget to enjoy the journey, right? If you're in it for the long haul, you might as well have some fun as well. See ya.